Alright, so I wanted to show everybody what the reclaimer looks like fully loaded out. This takes a while, of course, and it took me a few tries because 30Ks did not, we're supposed to have the cargo save feature, but it left my ship unknown. So a couple of times I was almost full and lost it all and had to start over. But I managed to get it full this time with a few boxes to spare. And the Wake of Disaster, if you want to buy that mission for 150 grand, that will get you a good jump on it. Especially if you get lucky and get a reclaimer. It will take you several hours to properly salvage a reclaimer. Okay, so let's go to salvage processing. Okay, so we've got all the grids full here, and this salvage processing deck will hold 140 boxes. Okay. Now, once I get the salvage deck full, what I do is you can go into the elevator, and let me show you this. For example, let's go down to cargo hold, because you want this door to be shut once you get it full. And I have two accounts, so I have an alternate account with a gaming laptop off to the side, and I keep my assistant down there on the salvaging deck moving the boxes for me. Okay, so here's the cargo hold, and this will hold 180 boxes. Okay, and they all snap in. Once you get it close to where it's supposed to be, there'll be a blue outline and it will just snap right into place. And I have a couple of extra in here just to see what will happen and if they will let me sell them along with the rest of the cargo. Okay, but there you go. Look at that, right? That's pretty, huh? Okay, and the way to get them down here, the way I do it, is I'll say salvage processing, or at least my assistant will. And then as soon as the ramps come up, I pick the habitation deck as well. So the elevator is queued to go to the habitation deck after it drops her off here. Otherwise, you can hit the button and then run out real quick. But I did that once and ended up down in the elevator shaft. Not good. Okay, so that closes the door, and then you just come back here, or your assistant, whoever's helping you. Of course, you need two people to do this. But as they come out, you just send them down there and just stack them up against the door down there. And I would not do more than, say, a dozen at a time, because this is Star Citizen and stuff tends to disappear. Okay, so do 10 or 12 and then run down here. I don't know what keeps stopping me right there. Run down here and call the elevator, and in the elevator you can stack them 3 high in the elevator. Okay, it won't let you go any higher than that. They'll start turning red. Okay, but just pull them in here one at a time. I stack them over, starting over here, get me a row of 3, and then I start stacking them on top. But again, you're only moving like a dozen at a time, and this is a big freight elevator, so it's no big deal. Alright, so there you have it. That is the fully loaded reclaimer, ready to go sail. Let's take one more look at that cargo hold. Okay, so you've got all your boxes here on your freight elevator. Okay, and one thing I do want to point out is there is a block and tackle right there. So when you start putting boxes in here, always build this one up. If not, you'll end up having more difficulty getting your boxes up there and around the block and tackle because they put it in the way, okay, for us to have to deal with. Okay, so there you have it. I always come in here and set my corner boxes first. Like I'll set that box right there. I'll set this one right here. And then I do that for every section, and as you can see, they're numbered down there on the floor. And that way I don't have to be looking for where the section starts. I have one set in each starting block. Okay. And another thing, let me show you this before we end. On the salvage processing deck, I want to show you this. So when this is empty, I do basically the same thing. I'll come over here and I'll set every corner box right here. And then for each corner, I'll build an L. Like I'll put this row and then this row right here. So that when I'm standing over here and the boxes are coming out, it's very easy to shoot them into that corner that I've made. And otherwise, you're going to be overshooting it or dropping it short, and it's just kind of aggravating. But if you build this L, then you have you a nice place to just shove them up in there. And they can take a hell of a hit, you know, running them up in there. And so you don't have to worry about them knocking the boxes loose or anything. All right, there you have it. Reclaimed it, fully loaded out, ready to sell. Good luck, everybody.